Look, there's no way to get around this. We have to say thank you very much, not only for all the sympathy I've had recently, but also the fact we got 75,000 views, which is brilliant, and 750 subscribers. More so now, but thank you very much. Now on with the show. So let's talk about this gauge. So down the right hand side where the battery element is, this is the pure electric mode of this car. Now at the minute it's saying that I've got 23 miles of power from an electric point of view, because we're just over 3/4. Right, and that typically max is about 30, is what I've seen on average. It might show more than that, but it shoots down to 30 really quite quick. So that's it in pure electric mode. Now this car is in hybrid mode at the minute. Yes, we have a full fuel tank of fuel. So as you can see, it's 490 miles that you can do on petrol alone in this without using that electric. So you got that extra should you need it. Now what I will do is I'll change the driving mode into petrol only. And when I do that, the engine obviously starts because we're in petrol mode. And as you can see, we just now have a normal rev counter. What I'll also do is lock that electric charge that we have, and I'll do that by pressing the hold button, and it produces obviously a little white line, but more importantly a padlock to go with it. So that's fine, it's going to save it. Right, now there is a little bit of a gap, so what I could do is I can do charge. You'll see a little lightning indicator has appeared, and it's going to use the petrol engine to fill up that gap and then hold it for me. Now you might notice down the bottom, which is the bit I find really quite annoying about that miles per gallon only shows you the petrol and nothing else. So I've been doing an awful lot of towing with a car transporter, and it's taken it from 40 miles down to, that's the lowest I've seen, 31.6. But what I have also been doing is, whilst towing it, is also charging that electric motor up. Now tomorrow we're off with a caravan attached to the back of it. So what I'll do on that one is I'll do the charge my battery the rest of the way up and see if that 31.6 goes even lower. So I kind of wish they did an MPG, an equivalent MPG of, perhaps you need 3 of them, or maybe 4. So one on pure electric mode, what's that equivalent MPG? And then on hybrid mode, when it kicks in during that 490 miles, how much would the MPG be with both petrol and hybrid power as well? So yeah, it'd be interesting to see. But it doesn't do that, and I don't see any reporting or anything anywhere else where it says I'm getting 114 miles per gallon. So I don't know how you prove that. And so welcome to Devizes Caravan and Camping Club site. So it is half term. I did make a booking for a week to go down here, but Storm Eunice was on its way. But before that, and I can't remember the name of the one that began with the D, but that was there before. So in between there was a gap of 1 day. So I chose to go to this site in that gap because I didn't want to travel in. Well, just look at the red bits on this. Look at the max wind speeds. Not good. So the plan was to get down there a day early and just put the caravan on the pitch, get it all plugged in, and then leave, and then come back with family later on the next day. Well, we're here. As you can see, it's not very busy yet, but we're here, aren't we?
Yep.
We're here.
Yep, we came the day of Storm Eunice, but you had made a little extra plan, didn't you?
What I did was brought the caravan down the day before because I didn't want to travel in 73-mile-an-hour winds with a caravan on the back. So we didn't. So I just brought it down a day early than normal.
Yeah, so, but we arrived as a family on the day of Storm Eunice.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can see, but actually, it looks all right. I mean, also the pitches here are small. You can see a unit and a small awning, and you filled the pitch up. I mean, most people here, obviously being 50% full, you can see quite clearly they put their cars on other pitches.
Right, let's go and have a look. So as you can see, that's our caravan. There's not an awful lot of room next to it, but with that hedge that's just there, and the wind, if there is any, is coming in that way, so the caravan's going to protect any awning. So I might get that up later on, but certainly wouldn't have brought it up yesterday. But yes, you're right, so all the cars, I mean that's mine, I just park on the pitch across. You're supposed to park on the grass bit next to it, but that's pretty wet, waterlogged and muddy, so until it gets busy I'll move that later, but it's not in a minute. So all we did was put the orange tent up, and that was good enough last night. Didn't even need to weight it down with the weight of the stuff that's in it with Storm Eunice and the winds. What I have done, you can probably see it at the back, is put the aerial up for the internet, and that has put us onto 4 bars of 4G where we only had 1 before. So
yes, it was pants.
it's pants. Yeah, it's alright now though. And so after getting the sign up, we take Jess for a walk to the dog walk area, which I have to say is enormous. Okay, I can hear it. Where is it though? We go and get the cameras. See, this is how close the barges are. Just there. It's just here, as you can see by this one. Look how close we are. And the wildlife. Look at her. She's looking. We've seen a squirrel, we've seen 2 birds, and there's been another dog that goes by.
And a rabbit.
And the wind has died down enough for us to be able to get the awning and the satellite dish up. However, there is still some big puddles. And Fiona has to explain the toilets. I mean, there is some, well actually the men's one's a bit dark inside, not as bright as this. Even wildlife outside your caravan window. That is a thrush. See, I am learning.
So these are the canal guest water hookups.
Yeah.
They're all a bit budget and scarper. I mean, that's broken. Let's work though. Try and make it work, Steve. There you go. See? Yeah. Okay, that's all good.
See, even they got service pitches done. But that's enough for day 1. We're tired. Jess is tired. What a cracking sunset. Now, no trip to this neck of the woods is complete without the trip to Bath. Gotta put my posh voice on for this bit. I bet the residents of the Royal Crescent weren't happy about the fact that Eunice got that tree. But the shopping is fantastic. If you just drop off the main drag, there are loads of little alleyways and streets with lots of odd, strange shops. But as you get near the main drag, you'll see all the usual suspects. And if you're into your Apple stuff, there's a massive shop just down there. And there is an indoor market that you're allowed to bring dogs in on. And it's got a nice dog-friendly cafe in there too, so we took advantage. Now it's old. Really old, as in 1768, but just look, bargaining. And look at this sign right next door to a pub. More chance of seeing God. Now there is a cenotaph here and there is a tribute to Harry Patch. And I have to say, very touching. He was all over our local TV, so yeah, well worth a visit this, full of flowers. But to finish up, no visit would be complete without seeing the Roman baths. We didn't actually go in this time, but they're there. They are for kings and queens, you know. But back on site, Fiona and I have time to get the cameras out again and go and see if we can see some more wildlife. This, however, does give me time to say thank you very much for watching. Please watch the second episode of this, where we actually get to go and have a proper look along that canal. And so all that remains for me to do is to say please like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.